Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Mike, 180. What we got? 20.
They'll run on first down. Reed. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second and 12, Newton. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Tighten up. 20. Spons. No. Hatchet.
Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go now. 50, plant. 59. Protein spill. I hear all that. 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here's second and 8. Got a man open. It's Wims. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now they try the right side here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Pull it high.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. He's coming. We got double up.
Fire.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Let's go.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 19.
First down, Carolina.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Greystone travel.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Jeter. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Set. 10-2 saw. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Hey.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Speed dribble.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
You're not ready. 60 61, matchbox lights.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
7-7, our score after one. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Check it backer, check it backer. Shoot, shoot.
Use your horses.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready?
Back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Let's go now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Topper, Topper. Go, go.
So that'll back him up 5.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
Man, that's trash.
5.
On play action, they'll throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Weapon.
Check, 59, 59. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hey, Alpha. Now.
They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Check, check, check. Check, one take. Check, 55 to Mike. Ricky. Mike.
Great. You must be. Express.
On 1st down, Newton. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Back to throw, Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Panthers' 22-yard line.
Right to the 3.
Check.
Gun.
Who that?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check 55, Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right?
And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check pass. Check pass.
Greg.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
You got three down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on third and 8.
Check 50.
20. 55.
A shotgun snap for Newton. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Touchdown, Carolina. Javon Wims, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
49, check 49, 59 mark, 59 mark.
Here's Newton. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. He's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 59 yards.
First down and goal to go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advance.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Right there.
They'll drop to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Newton on 1st down. Completes it to Aguilar. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
You don't want no problems with me. What is it?
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Gun.
You gotta get your stop here, D. Hey.
Express!
From the gun, Newton, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The defense did their job, 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the slap. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the curve. Right there. 54. Right there. Go.
2nd and 3. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Newton. Flushed out right. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And Diggs has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Newton, eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
60 Pittsburgh. 54. Mike 54. All right, D. All right, D. Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Ready?
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Newton. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I got him. 20. 8.
Here we go on 4th. Newton escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to win the football game.
We go. 50 plant. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
Ready to break. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go, son.
Yellow. 180. Right there. Hey, 15. Bang.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run with Hines. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Check 4. One. Watch the shot.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
You better be a color. Check. Lucky. Collect.
Mike, Alpha. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Nice 7, let's go. No gain on this defense, no gain.
58's the money. 58's the money.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
I got him. On me. 15.
58 right over there. Mike, 58 right there.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Hey.
Attack.
58, boy. 58. Smoke. All day.
Working from the gun, Mahomes, and able to find Green. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On second down now. It's Hines. There he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time and led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Switch.
On second down, a run with Breeden. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shift. One. Motion. One.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you can do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
With the score, Chiefs 7, 49ers 6.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They're running it.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Three. Blue 18. Line ahead, please.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota going for the deep ball. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Hey, Ridley.
And it's third down.
58 for Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Check 26.
Here goes 15. Hey, Ridley.
58, right over there. Orbit. Mike, 58, right there.
Right side.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This one into the hands of Hurd. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Hey, check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. A second quarter score from down in Houston. The Broncos are continuing to pour it on. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Hines. And Allen. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second and a yard, Mahomes. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. We're tackled that time by Akella Witherspoon. From the 39, Mahomes steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darren Lee, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Room past the 20. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 99. Check 99. Kill. Mike 9.
They run forward with Breida. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow.
He can't hang.
Hero 15.
Check Mike 54.
On first down, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
Mahomes pass.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mahomes going to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
7-yard line.
Right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone.
We got this.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
31's the mic.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
One.
Check 24.
Mariota to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Samson Abukum in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go, Jackson. And who we got?
Throwing, Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Third and long here for Mariota. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. He's going to have the first down past the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now it's Hines. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes forced out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch this Sunday.
To throw, it's Mahomes. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check it out, 43.
This is Hines. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Take 43.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. Hey, 15.
From the 36, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Chiefs take over first.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run again with Breida. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
One. 31's the mic. Quarterback,
To throw Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working out of the gun, Mariota completes it to Samuel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 29, Mahomes. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
Let's go, Scott.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 3rd down, Hines. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Check. 54 is Mike. Yellow. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. In the face.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Mariota on 1st down. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Mariota now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 9. Here we go. Charlie.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun. Mahomes dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
26 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and through. And that will get them one closer.
Niners 30, Chiefs 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Watch out, watch out.
One. Check.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Mariota here to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Mariota. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? He's going to air one out. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Now Mariota on 4th down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here.
Let him know.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to go.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing today. Three.
Throwing here, Mariota. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for San Francisco, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.